morning, Puteri here. Now, if I may describe my job badly, I would say every day I stalk people and knock on their door and tell people that, hello, I'm Puteri. Can anyone guess what is my job? you can unmute yourself, or you can also put in the chat box. So yeah, anyone? If I can describe my job badly, I stalk people every day. Anyone? I can't see the chat box. Is it there? Okay, here. 1 minute. Anyone's answering? Maybe Mr. Sharon? Okay, allow me to just call anyone in the room, okay? Maybe Mr. Sharon, you wanna guess what exactly I do every day? What's my job?
Puteri,
Yep.
sorry to interrupt, but is it okay to pin yourself on the screen, or maybe just raise your hand so it's easier for our tech team easier for everyone to see you on the first page?
Okay, how do I do that? Do I stop sharing?
No. It's under the reaction, and
okay.
we can see the raise hand function. So
I see. Sure, no problem.
Thanks.
Yeah, let's move on. Okay. So can I see a raise of hand? Anyone dares enough to guess what I do? No one?
Puteri, just to interrupt again, you can put the raise hand function yourself so everyone can see you.
How to? Okay, sorry. So I put my raise of hands myself.
Yep.
Where do I do that? Share sound participants.
The tech team, can you help us with the technical stuff? Yamuna?
Yeah, it's okay if it's too much. I mean, I can just continue. Yep, blue. Okay, I can see this in the chat box now. I know you work with Philandure. Yeah, okay, just chat box will do. Okay, no problem. We just make it quick. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm working with Philandure. Yes, it's a company. It's a social impact advisory firm actually. And okay, let's just straight to the answer. I am currently a partnership associate with Philandure. So every day, I literally stalk LinkedIn on people and connect with people. Hello, I'm Puteri. So yeah, that's what I do. Now, so today it's all about activating youth partnerships, right? Can we have like 2 minutes to play? I really love interactive thing to share. So let me just share my screen again. Okay, oops. Right, can everyone just go here? Right, and yeah. So we have 18 minutes, so it's plenty of time for us to talk to each other. So can everyone just join my quiz.com? It's not that many people here, so everyone can join. Right, just give 1-2 minutes. Is everyone okay? Just thumbs up if you're okay with it. Thumbs up. All right. Waiting for participants to join. It's a very quick question on SDG. We're talking about SDG, and Mr. Theodore just now has given excellent presentation on the role of scouts in SDG, so kudos. So moving on from there, let's actually learn and maybe refresh our mind. What exactly is SDG, right? Okay, let's just give 1 minute. Woohoo! Right, 10:56. Let's start at 10:57. It's also at 10:57. So if you can't manage to join, yeah, I'll just click start. Okay. So we have Sharon, we have RO, we have Sharon, we have Anson, we have TTT. Is that Justin Timberlake? Okay. Anyway, right. Okay, let's just click start. 1 more minute. Okay, everyone is here. Yay! Congratulations! So Sharon is a winner. So happy. Right, so I hope that give a great energizer before we start. How many SDGs are there? If you want to review questions, I feel like I'm in a classroom right now, right? How many SDGs are there? We have 17. Let's just refresh your memories. And what is the main component of SDGs? All of the above, the 3 Ps: people, planet, and prosperity, right? Now, if you're saying no to plastic bags, which SDG are you addressing? Everything, literally. And the next question is that, what is the percentage of the world's youth currently living in Asia Pacific? 60%. And what was the Global Development Framework before the SDGs, the MDGs, right? Congratulations, everyone. Thank you so much for joining, All right, okay, now let's get to business. Okay, now, if you see this picture, right, the one I was in the lab, right, that was me having touching a horse. So maybe I could share you guys a story on how I actually got into sustainable development goals. So when I was in Melbourne in 2015 to 2016, I was doing a degree there. I was practically doing a biotech degree, right? So most of my courses are on animals, flora and fauna, Australians, flora and fauna, the beautiful, animals and plants there. So that's what I learned mostly. But in my first year, right, there's one course that is called Faten, Geography of Scarcity. I've been to so many labs, so many classes, so many fields, being a science student, but this one course, this particular course, Faten, Geography of Scarcity, really, sparks my interest, like, how do I change the world? In a very simple say, it's like, how do I change the world? That's if you know that the gentleman on my right hand side is actually Amartya Sen, is a very promising Nobel Prize winner in economies from India. So what exactly sparks me to join or to really involve myself in sustainable development goals is his theory. Okay, there's one theory that says food. This is about food security, right? So food is abundance. There's a lot of food in the world, but why still can we see that there are many parts of the world that can't get enough of the food? Why is this a problem? We have abundance of food. We have millions of waste of food every day, but still some of the parts didn't get food, right? So the very much thing that really sparks my interest that, okay, it's not just abundance of food, it's the access to food, right? So how do these people have distribution of food equally, if we may say? So this really grabs my brain, and I really want to know more about this. So this led me to study international development from University of London. Right, so there I learned, okay, here, mostly about politics, mostly about, people don't do things they are supposed to do. So, but there's one thing that really sticks to me up till this day, and where we went back to the first slide, I asked you guys what exactly did I do. So I'm in partnership. So that is the number one thing that I really strongly believe, that if we do partnership for the goals, everything will come in place. When you do 17, there's SDG 17 is the partnership for the goals, right? So we have 16 other SDGs. So by strongly working on the partnerships, we could easily alleviate the rest of the SDGs. So that's when I started to really develop myself in SDGs, right? So now I like to share a story, right? So this is my personal story. This is the first picture here. This was when I was in Indonesia. I actually went there to talk about education and share the educational practices, comparing between Indonesia and Malaysia. This picture here and this picture here, I was in Cambodia, really go to the kampong, to really learn how the people there live and how exactly, me, an outsider, in a way, we are Malaysians. How do we, assist them in, and collaborate with the local team there to advance, to empower the community there, right? And this was when I was in Thailand. It's for environmental sustainability, and also this one when I was in Vietnam. Very, very amazing boy, very smart, and this whole thing, right? Working with children really, really even like strengthened my, my desire. Like, we have to do partnership. It's not just about Malaysia. It's not just about Malaysia locals, all the states in Malaysia, but how about international? We can do so much more if we are in partnership, right? We collaborate with each other. Now, the second picture, this was when I was in Australia. This was my team member, very, very good friends. We collaborate together to do an event in Australia, something like this, SDG Summit, right? This was when an engagement with when I was a Perdana Fellow in 2014. So I joined Datuk Sri Mustafa Muhammad, the former Minister of MITI back then. So we was in Australia. So there was a discussion, an engagement with the Malaysian government and Australian government. How do we advance the bilateral relationship between Malaysia and Australia, right? And this was when I met the governor of Victoria when I was in Melbourne, right, for a International Education Award. And this one, people that I really admire and really fascinated by, these are all my team member in Perdana Fellows, right? So this was when we went to the World Bank to engage, to talk about how youth play a significant role in nation building, right? So if you see these two pictures, right, there's one common theme that I really want to stress about. And what is that, right? Partnership. Right, this is a theme across my talk, right? Partnership is very, very important. Without partnerships, I would be unable to do this. I would unable to go to Indonesia, or this amazing people in this, and partnering with the local communities, the local NGOs, the local governments to actually advance, to empower people there. And here, if there is no partnership, if there is no collaboration between the government and, in this case, a youth association, right? So there will be no engagement, there will be no discussion, right? So we all will be working in silos. So there's no benefits in there. So that's what I would like to highlight. Partnerships are very, very important, right? So maybe everyone can just go to slido.com and just, maybe scan the QR code. I really want to know, how important is partnership in the community to you, right? So just give it a few minutes, right? Let me know if there's any question or there's any trouble in sitting there. Okay, we have the 5 really, really important, right? I really want to know if there's anyone would answer 1, 2, 3, or 4 after me being very convincing in emphasizing partnership. All right, 3 people answered. We have, so everyone answered 5. Probably we can get some more. Is there anyone else thinking differently? Right. Okay, so everyone agrees 100% partnerships are very important, right, in advancing SDG. Okay, thank you very much for joining this survey, quick survey. Okay, right. Now, so the conclusion is that partnerships are good. That if there's one thing, if there's one takeaway that you could get from my sharing here, partnerships are good, right? Let's take a look at another thing. So again, I'd like to share a story, right? This was when I was in Melbourne. It was in my first year. I actually volunteered for a student union, welcoming new students and all. So this is when I want to let your imagination, get wild, okay? If you notice, there's one term that you guys might not be very familiar with. It's SoCCash, right? So I would tell more about SoCCash in a while. But now, imagine this. What if we combine the importance of partnership with youth, right? Okay, now, I would like you guys to sit still and imagine 3 scenarios, right? Scenario number 1, you are a volunteer, you're youths, right? We are all youths, right? Regardless, right? So number 1, you are a volunteer. You really love to volunteer, like me in the picture, right? I really love to volunteer, but you don't know where to go. You don't know where to volunteer, and it's really just limited. You can't really find it very well. And then, okay, so you really love volunteering because, it gives you all the satisfaction of helping people, doing good, right? But what if there's something that, that like add a twist in a way that when doing volunteer, you actually can earn something else, right? This something else is probably like gamification, when you're playing a game or PS4, right? Anything that have you to need to level up. So what if once you collected certain hours, you can level up, and even more, you can earn money while doing volunteering. So that's one term called paid volunteerism. You can dig it up. So it's really it's a really good concept in doing volunteer, right? So that's one. That is when you are a volunteer. Number 2, now imagine yourself as an organization. For example, I saw someone from Isaac, or even someone from the Scouts Association, right? I'm pretty sure when you are in an organization, you find it hard to find volunteer, right? You find it hard to find people who are willing to go volunteer and to actually spend time with you. Where do you find these people, right? And most of the NGOs will rely heavily on crowdfunding, right? Funding. So where can that organization easily find funding for their any causes, the very good causes that you have, right? So that's number 2. And number 3, now imagine yourself, right? We are all, if we are in the summit, I'm pretty sure everyone here has a very good heart, want to change the world, change makers. So now imagine if you are a donor, right? You want to donate to some place, to some causes that you really believe in, right? For example, children empowerment. But maybe there's a few number of organizations that are large enough, that capture your attention. But that there are many organizations that do the same thing, good things, right? So how do we ensure that whatever money that we put in, there is actually an impact reporting that we can get back? We know where our money goes, right? So now, this is where the SoCCash comes about. So us at Philandure, all of us at Philandure, we're really a firm believer on doing good, right? Social impact advisory firm. We have advised a number of clients, right? For example, we actually a social impact advisor for Digital Durian, if you know the cartoon, Omar and Hannah. So we are the social impact advisor. So what do we do exactly? We assess these organizations, and we actually learn, and we actually move together with them, and seeing that whatever we do, does it actually give impacts to the beneficiaries, to the community as a whole. So one of the things that we want to share with you guys, right? This is an idea that youth can come together. So this is an app called SoCCash. It's a platform, it's an ecosystem, it's a tag, right? So just remember, just now I told you guys about the 3 entities, right? We have donors, we have volunteers, we have impact-driven organization. So SoCCash, right? This is an idea, right? These 3 entities work together, or they are in the same ecosystem. So in a way, when volunteers do volunteering hours, they earn money, they receive training and development. At the same time, impact-driven organization, they get volunteers easily. And while donors are in the same platform, they can easily get the money that they need for their causes. And donors, all of the causes in impact-driven organizations are listed there, so they can easily sign in and choose which impact-driven organizations they would like to donate to, right? So this is the idea behind SoCCash. And from what I see is that I am a youth, I'm 20 years old, and this is really one of the ideas that could disrupt the market, disrupt how we see volunteering. How do we combine volunteering and youth together, right? So this is what the value propositions of SoCCash really about. So when you do volunteering, right, you get paid, right? At the same time, you got talent development and also a platform. Impact-driven organizations can easily source volunteers, donations, trainings easily, and donors can donate peacefully and receive donation reports, right? Probably I could get your attention in these statistics. Now, SoCCash can be used, the ideal environment of a SoCCash is that they can be used in by anyone, not just Malaysian graduates. For this case, let's get specific, right? So in 2021, there are more than 200,000 unemployed Malaysian graduates, right? And at the same time, we have impact-driven organizations. We have around 80,000 organizations that do social impact in Malaysia, right? And also donors, us Malaysians, we are top 10 donors in the world. We are the most charity givers ever. So these are opportunities that we at Philandure, right, see that we can do something about it. This should be a connection between these three, for in a return, we could get a sustainable social impact, right? So that comes SoCCash. I explained just now the innovation, now the ecosystem, right? We can see clearly volunteers subscribe, they enjoy the whole ecosystem. The donors, they give donation, in return they get impact report, they give meal. I listened to the presentation by Mr. Theodore. So meal monitoring and evaluation. Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt again because the time is up for your presentation. And,
okay, just give me 1 minute to wrap. Okay, thanks. So these are the ecosystem of SoCCash, right? So SoCCash activates youth partnerships via voluntary ecosystem to achieve sustainable development goals. And just in summary, what we want from youth is that we partner, right? What is the relationship between youth partnerships? We act as a bridge to strengthen these relationships with public, private, and civil society. We advance innovation through creative ideas and problem solving. We promote capacity building by application and transfer of knowledge and skills, all right? So since we don't have very much time, let me just keep for a while, but I'm pretty sure everyone think partnership for the goals are very crucial. So just let me share this quote with everyone. It is always the social movements that change the world, not individuals. So we need to work together. So just partnerships, right? So now is our chance to achieve all SDGs. So let's work together. So if you would like to contact me, you can do so. Connect me on LinkedIn or email me or just look up on me on the website. So that's my presentation. Thank you very much.